Hi, this is Mercury Roberts, back at it again with another episode of Divinity Unleashed. And this time, I actually wanted to talk to you about the four spiritual planes. Okay, because as we are studying the tarot, I will be going through all 78 cards. So I hope you guys are enjoying so far. And there's a lot more to come, a lot more to talk about. And so definitely you can go book yourself a reading if you want to at Divinity Unleashed 0 at gmail.com. Or you can book a reading on my website, which is divinityunleashed.yolasite.com, or you can find me on Facebook at Mercury Roberts at facebook.com. Okay, so moving forward, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers so far who are riding with me, and so much more to come as we move forward with this. But I wanted to talk about the four spiritual planes of existence. So, with the tarot, there's four planes of desire. Let's call it desire. Okay, because we all want love, and we all want money, and we all want things, and we always want to think clearly, and we have a lot of things that we want in life, and so I will call these desires. With these desires, if we focus on all four of these different planes, we can have a sense of emotional balance, fulfillment, to say. So the first spiritual plane that I want to speak about is the material plane. And a lot of people actually live in this plane and deny the other planes. And so this is why I talk about this plane. This is why I wanted to talk about this plane first. I'm sorry if I mess up or anything. I'm so unfiltered. I'm not going to edit. I'm just going to go through and be natural. I want you guys to know me as being natural about what I say, so everything comes out naturally and you guys can really understand it for what it is. I thought about the whole editing thing, but I was like, why not just make it look good and keep it moving forward? People want realness, and this is what I have to offer, is realness. Okay, uncut. I'm going to mess up sometimes, and I'm fine with that. So anyways, okay, somebody just messaged me. But anyways, so the four planes. So the first plane is the material plane that a lot of people live in, and it's the plane of manifestation. It's the plane of relationships, meeting people, platonic relationships. Hey, that's my friend. Hey, that's my friend. Oh, I know her. Oh, I know him. It's the plane of money. So money is definitely ruler of the material plane. Things, items, clothes, cars, jewelry, things of the sort, all are the material plane. Okay, sorry. Son was screaming a little bit. But anyways, so all the things that are material are on this plane. This would be the lower plane of existence, where a lot of people feel comfortable in. They don't really like to go into higher levels of this existence because it almost is like being on an airplane. Some people are afraid of heights. And so they don't want to go on these higher planes that there are. Some people don't even know about higher planes for real. Some people just think that this is all there is life. And you got the people who just go around and think that life is just this. This is the reality that we have in life right now, is that things that are tangible. If I cannot touch it, it is not real. If I can't feel it, it's not real. And so that is the material plane. Next, we have the emotional plane. I like this plane. And a lot of people go here too. And this plane right here is a more spiritual plane, because this has no ground. You are now on the second level. So the material, if the material plane is the dirt in the ground and the grass and the trees and maybe even the earth, the emotional plane would be the rivers, the lakes, the seas that flow to and fro with nowhere ending. You ever notice that? Seas always, the sea goes into lake streams and rivers, and then the lake streams and rivers goes back to the sea. Everything has a cycle to it. It's so wonderful. That's why I've wanted to learn what I know, because life is so beautiful and you get to observe these beautiful things. So yeah, the spiritual plane, should I say the emotional plane? The emotional plane is about our feelings. It's about what we're tied to. It's about how we respond. It's about that emotional depth with people, with others. This is where you get into saying, I love, I feel, I want, I gotta have. This is where desire comes into its fullest play. And this is also the plane of spirituality for those who are mediums and clairvoyance, as of myself, and empathy, and empathic, as to say for some people, as myself. This is people on that level. They feel the spirit within them, and they feel for others. They feel sadness for others. They feel happiness for others. They just feel a lot of. And a lot of people stay on this plane too. And it's a good plane to be on, but it's a bad plane to be on when you're trying to take care of business. So if you're always getting your feelings mixed up within what's important, how can you get anything accomplished? And so, as you see, grounding is important. So the material plane grounds whatever you feel. So these two come together. One does not exist without the other. And we'll get to that. Okay, so we have the third plane. And the third plane is the passion plane. So I call this the plane of fire. Okay? This is the plane of the spirit unspoken. This is your willpower. This is your fight, your drive. Some people may talk about Mars. That Mars energy, war, fight, fire, anything that has to deal with expressing your character, your feeling, your emotion, your depth. Just being connected with the source can be in this plane. Feelings of aggressiveness would be this plane. Okay, so this plane is more for forward movement, to say. So if you have the feeling a fire in you to accomplish something, and you have the emotion in you to accomplish something, and you are grounded to accomplish something, you're well on your way to accomplishing it, right? That's what we all want, right? Is to accomplish. A lot of people don't notice that. They be like, a lot of people just sit there and dream. You know, that's the second plane. The emotional plane is like, you know, I dream of genies, and I dream of one day having a lake by a house, and I just dream of this. But there's no, you might even have ground, you might even be able to lay out a plan, you know, the manifestation plan, you know, but there's no drive to it. And so here's why we get into the fire plane, because we need to drive. You need to want whatever it is that you need, right? Or you can't have it. I will is a very important statement, because you need to will everything that you want. Your words are very important that you use daily. And I will be for another video, promise. But on this third plane exists anger and anguish, because you can get worn down by over dramatizing, by overdoing too much. You can fall short, and so you got to watch this plane. That's why we need the next plane. That's important also. And the next plane is the mental plane. And the mental plane is your thoughts, your creative thoughts. It's logic, right and wrong, good and bad, yin and yang, active and passive, left brain, right brain. These are your no, I shouldn't do that. No, maybe I should do that. No, I shouldn't do that. So if you desire something and you put your all into it, you got a plan at the bottom. And you also have the will to do it. Now, with this level, it increases what you want, because now you have the logic to know how and when. Timing is everything. And so the mental plane evolves in timing, because it tells you when to act, when not to act, you know? And some people don't use this plane. Some people just go head first into stuff, and they're like third plane will, you know, missing out. And so in order to be able to manifest something that's very important into your life, you need all four of these planes. Okay? And so diving in deeper into the tarot, when we get into cups, wands, and swords, and pentacles, you know, I want you to look back and be like, okay, he was talking about these four planes. So cups are the emotional plane. They deal with anything that has to do with emotions. Wands have to deal with the spiritual plane, the active and aggressive mannerisms that you might move in. Okay, and it can be for the government, you know, anything that implements power. Okay, and then the swords are the mental plane. They're for creative thought and expression, conflict of the mind. Okay, and then pentacles are for manifestation. Also, to further it out, pentacles are ruled by all earth signs. So, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, and then swords are ruled by air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, and then Wands are ruled by fire signs. Leo. Oh. But anyways, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Okay, and then we have our last 3 remaining signs, which are the Cups, and they are Scorpio, Cancer, and Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. There it is. I'm sorry, I study so much, God. But it's here. But yeah, so now you know ruling signs of the quadrants, and any energy can be, recycled. So just because I'm telling you rulers of the signs doesn't mean those are persons, because when we get into actual bringing the cards together and doing real readings, and I'm teaching you guys spreads and stuff, you need to know these elements are qualities of a person. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, that there's 4 elements of life, not just one. Don't focus on just one, because that's what a lot of people do, but let's focus on them all. And let's come together and make something real happen. Blessings to everybody, and thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And this is another episode of Divinity Unleashed. As I said earlier in the video, if you would like a reading, you can look me up on Facebook, mercuryroberts.com. And if you want to schedule a reading, on my website, divinityunleashed.yolasite.com. And also, yeah. So you guys have a blessed day. Till next time.